Welcome to Hobby Clubhouse with a review of the best hit Chronicles Cup Noodle. This kit was just released on September 18, 2020 to mark the 49th anniversary of the Cup Noodle. Yes, the Cup Noodle first came to market on September 18, 1971. This is the third release of Bandai's Best Hit Chronicles, which showcases Bandai's best engineering to recreate icons of Japanese pop culture. The previous two releases were a pair of 32-bit consoles, the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation, but they both pale in comparison to the anticipation everyone has for the Cup Noodle release, so let's have a look. The box is close to a standard format master grade box measuring at 30 by 19 by 11 centimeters, which is bigger than you'd expect and will take you by surprise when you see it in person. The front box art goes for a Space Odyssey Star Child look, with a computer render of the kit in a frozen, exploding out view. There is a big ol' reminder in the corner of the box that this is in fact not food and you shouldn't attempt to eat it. That is of course 80% legal requirements and 20% low-key bragging about just how realistic they made this kit. In fact, they're so proud of it, the sides of the box are dedicated to bragging some more about all its features. You wouldn't think that a bucket-shaped stationary food item would have much in features, but look at this! Bandai knows they have something special right here, and I know you're excited to meet the kit in person, so let's get this box open. No wait, we need something else. We'll need this for later. Back to the box. The whole kit consists of 14 runners and not a great deal of pieces. The much-hated muddy gold color finally finds its calling in life in here and is a perfect stand-in for the gold on the noodle cup. So it seems there is a life lesson in there somewhere. So thanks Bandai. For printed materials, we get a beautiful set of instructions with trivia on cup noodles sprinkled throughout. We get one big sheet of stickers that's mostly for the cup, but there's a pair of detailing stickers to wrap around each shrimp. There's also this little sticky tab that's normally found on the underside of a cup noodle shrink wrap, and that's for keeping the lid shut as it cooks. Lastly, we get the lid of the cup that's a thick sticker with mild adhesives on the side, but not the center. Getting to work on the kit, the assembly took a little over an hour, and there are some things to look out for. The kit uses complex shapes to form logos and other details, and there will be some nub cleaning, or else they won't fit flush, so a knife is recommended. Otherwise, it's a fun build without too many complications or chances for mistakes, and you'll find yourself holding up the parts and admiring them from multiple angles in wonder. When the cup is all done, you can see the astonishing extent of the details rendered with the colors of the plastic, like the red outlines of the text colored entirely in physical plastic. Around the back of the cup, we see the limits of Bandai's color magic, but not the limit of how crazy they are. The text here, like the nutritional information and the ingredients, are all indented markings molded right into the plastic. That is to say, if you're a glutton for punishment, you can do a reverse wash and paint all of the text. With all the stickers applied, all we need to do is toss in the meat, and the shrimp, and the eggs, and the scallions, and let them sit loose there in the cup while we top it off with a sticky lid to complete the 1-to-1 scale cup noodle. And man, is it a beauty! The stickers fill in the text, which is ironically more accurate to the prints on the real cup than the molded details. There are a number of tiny stickers, like the one that goes onto the gap of the big U, so you may want to get some tweezers to help you out. On the bottom of the cup, we get the expiration date and the info on the production batch. On ours, it says it was made in BHC, which probably means Best Hit Chronicles. My real cup noodle here says it was made in Nissin's Kansai plant. Naturally, our cup noodle model does not have a real expiration date. So on to articulation, and yes, we do have articulation here. We get a cup lid that can be lifted up, and there is of course a limit to how many times you can do it before the adhesive loses its strength and doesn't stick anymore, so you don't want to do this too many times. Then there's a sticky tab that goes over the lid, and just like the lid, there is a limited number of times you can use it, so I've kept mine on the sheet. Then, there is a front with a large panel designed to be removable so you can have a look inside and see the middle suspension structure as Nissin calls it, which really just has to be Nissin dressing up the fact that they're just giving us less food. The noodles sit just high enough that all the loose food up there are closed off and none of it will fall out, no matter how hard you shake it. Except for the scallions. Taking a closer look at the food bits, we get the aforementioned eggs, and the mystery meat. No, seriously, Nissin themselves actually call it that. The scallions and the shrimp. The eggs come in 3 sizes to match the real stuff quite closely. Under strong light, the plastic egg is a little bit glossy, but in normal room lighting, it won't be visible. The mystery meat has the same glossy issue, and because it's darker, you'll notice it a little bit more, and it will look like chocolate under some conditions. Then, we have the scallions, which come in a long green strip that you need to cut yourself. Putting it next to a real piece, you can see the green sheet is actually far too wide, so it's best that you cut the sheet down lengthwise to better match the real thing. Lastly, we have the shrimp, which are solid orange pieces right out of the box. The stickers may look nothing like the real textures of the shrimp, but when you put the translucent stickers onto the sickly orange shrimp, what you get is an eerie rendition of a shrimp that looks close to real from a distance. The stickers are a little hard to wrap around the shrimp, but with a little bit of patience using a cotton swab, you'll do fine. But just how much food are we getting? Is it accurate to a real cup noodle? Here, the shrimps ace the test, with 5 shrimps in the real cup noodle and 3 of them being bigger. It's a 1-for-1 perfect match. Next, the eggs come up way short, with the real ones having over 3 times the amount. The mystery meat is about the same, with the real ones having about twice as many. The scallions, it's a bit hard to tell, but it's about the same. But if we count the white ones, there's probably more scallions than a real cup noodle. As for the noodles themselves, the noodles in the plastic models seem to be a little bit taller, but if you try placing the plastic ones into a real cup, it falls right to the bottom, so the diameter is clearly smaller. I can't really tell you which one has less volume, though it's not like either has a lot anyway. To get an accurate amount of food, you're going to have to buy 3 kits. But I'm joking. As it is, the cup noodle is just fine, and you'll never get the impression that the volume comes up short in any way. So all in all, here's a Hobby Clubhouse 3-point verdict on the best hit Chronicles cup noodle. First, Bandai flaunts its model making mastery. This is without question a feat of engineering and design. The mundane cup noodle is proof enough that this kit is so well designed that it does not draw attention to the fact that it's actually the same thing as this thing right here. Next, building is half the fun. The finished kit only tells us half the story, and you'll enjoy the process of putting it together and seeing how Bandai breaks down the looks of a cup noodle into the parts on the runners. You'll be quite happy with yourself at the end for putting together something so close to life, and you did it with your own hands. Lastly, and very important, this is a model kit for everyone. Many people hesitate going into modeling because Gundams and animation may seem too deep into subculture, or maybe there is a stigma for enjoying models because they are indeed toys, even if you and I find meaning in building models. But this is the rare model that anyone can buy and enjoy with a low bar of entry. It shows people how fun it is to snap together a model, and at the end of it, they get a finished piece that they won't have to hide from other people. And I think that's a very special thing. So, that's it for this review of the best hit Chronicles cup noodle. It gets the full recommendation from Hobby Clubhouse, and you should absolutely go get yourself one. Please like and subscribe for reviews, builds, and so much more. See you next time.